got pregnant at 14, had my daughter at 15, and now I am 16 with a almost 1.5-year-old. Let's talk about it. If you don't know me, hi, my name is Casey and this is my story. I've made a few of these videos before, but I've gained so many new friends on here, so I figured I'd make a new one. In 2023, I started dating my boyfriend. His name is Caden and we are still together. We started dating August of 2023. It was also our freshman year. We had been dating for about 3 months maybe, and then by January of 2024, I had missed my period. I was also on the high school cheer team as well. So the first 2 months of 2024, January and February, were quite packed with competitions. When I noticed I didn't get my period in January, I was kind of freaked out, but I didn't really think about it too much. I kind of just brushed it off to the side. I figured it would come the next month, so I didn't really worry about it for the month of January. Little did I know I was completely wrong. Then February came and I was actually at nationals. I was supposed to be on my period, but I ended up not getting it that entire week we were there. It kind of scared me, but then again, I still did not worry about it and I just brushed it off to the side again. By March, my mom started getting a little bit worried and my dad started to kind of notice some differences in me. Also, I just want to say, before I even got pregnant, I was weighing about 110, 115 pounds. And by March, I was weighing 127 pounds, which is quite a big change. We weren't sure why or what was going on because then again, 1, did not want to believe it, and 2, I knew it was a possibility. I just did not want to believe it. So yes, I did tell my parents that it was not possible. Sorry, I lied. But also I was 14 and scared out of my mind. So we went to the doctors in March and I also may have lied to the doctor saying that pregnancy was not a possibility. I am going to regret that for the rest of my life. Thankfully, everything was okay in the end. At that appointment, she drew some of my blood to see if it was any other problems. And then we found out there was nothing really wrong with me. My doctor did not make me take a test either, so we weren't really even thinking about pregnancy. April came around and I was definitely starting to get a little bump, and it was quite noticeable also because I jumped 2 sizes. Sorry, it was like 3 or 4 sizes. I was like a 23, 24 in my waist, and then I went all the way to a 27, so kind of crazy. By April, I was already about 4 months pregnant, and again, I still did not know. Then it was May, and that is when everything started to kind of go down. My stomach was just growing every single day, getting bigger and bigger. I once again still had no idea that I was pregnant because I had not taken a test yet. And then Mother's Day comes. Mother's Day, my mom actually bought me the test. She just wanted me to take them just to see if I even was pregnant. I knew pregnancy was a possibility, but I was just so scared and I did not want to say anything. But basically, I took 2 tests on Mother's Day at night. I took one around 10 o'clock. Caden was not here, no, but we were on FaceTime. Took the first test and it was positive immediately. I started freaking out and I was super nervous. So then I took the second test around like 3 in the morning. Mind you, I did not sleep this entire night. I took the second test and once again, it was positive immediately. The next day, I did end up telling my mom. I didn't tell her until the afternoon of that day though. I also didn't go to school. She got home and she asked me if I took the test and I just handed it to her. I was so nervous. I started bawling immediately, but she basically just came over to me, comforted me, and then my sister walked into my room while I was telling my mom, so that's kind of how she found out. And then we went to my dad's house and told him. Basically, that is when I found out, and I was 5 months pregnant. We had an OB appointment like the next day or a few days after that, and that is the appointment where I found out her gender. So no, we didn't have a gender reveal or anything because I was already 5 months pregnant when we found out. So Caden met us at the OB and that is when we found out Kaylin was a girl. After that, it was just kind of on from there. Kaylin was born on September 5th. We love her so much. But that is kind of my story on how I got pregnant at 14 and had my daughter at 15. I also just want to say I am not trying to promote teen pregnancy at all. I'm just trying to share my story. Things happen and God gave her to us for a reason. I'm so grateful for my family for helping support us and my friends that have been there for me, and also Caden, my boyfriend. I seriously don't know what I'd do without him, and I would never want a different person to have my kids. But we love everyone so much and are so grateful and thankful for every single person that has been a part of this journey. If you guys have stayed this far, comment a white heart. But I love you guys all so much, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Story time about how I found out I was pregnant at 24 weeks. Hi, my name is Layla. I'm 16 years old and I am pregnant with a baby girl. Okay, so the story starts with basically me and my boyfriend are hanging out at the movies, and I tell him that I'm a little bit suspicious that I might be pregnant. So we go to the local Target near the movie theaters and I get a test. Obviously, it came back positive and I was practically freaking out that entire hangout. So obviously, I instantly go into freak out mode and I'm like, okay, what are we gonna do? What's gonna happen, etc., etc. And I ended up telling my mom straight after the hangout was over. So when my boyfriend's mom dropped us off, originally we wanted to say it together, but it didn't end up working out that way, and I just told my mom myself. Obviously, it was really, really scary. I didn't know how she would react, and not gonna lie, she gave a decent reaction considering what I was telling her. Definitely lots of emotions happening. However, we did schedule an OBGYN appointment straight away. Like my parents say, they be making moves fast. All that was available for that day was an ultrasound, and we took it. Afterwards, we can go to an actual appointment, but we went to an ultrasound first. So at the ultrasound, I was very, very nervous because I didn't know how far along I was. I just recently stopped getting my period. However, before that, my period was really, really irregular. And that's what I told the doctor. I was like, hey, I just stopped getting my period now, but I may be farther along. The plan initially was to always get an abortion, and because I was telling my parents that I might be farther along, we were even planning about going to North Carolina. I live in Florida, so the abortion laws there are very, very strict. So she put the little juice on my belly and she was checking me out, and me and my mom looked at the screen and we saw practically a full-grown baby. And the doctor was like, yeah, you're 24 weeks pregnant. I was thinking maybe 10 weeks, maybe 15 weeks, but 24 weeks, literally practically right next to the third trimester. Keep in mind, I was getting my period, or so I thought, because apparently I was spotting, which is insane, and my belly literally just started showing out. Crazy how that works. At this point, I'm literally so shook because I'm like, well, now I gotta keep the baby. My mom was always anti-abortion, but obviously she was thinking about me and my future, so that was our initial plan. But now we're like, yeah, hell no, we're not getting rid of this baby. I'm too far along. It is what it is. We're just gonna have to do it. So I made this account and I went to document the rest of the journey that I have left, which is not that long. Let me know what videos you guys would like to see from me. I love get ready with me's, but maybe you guys want to see what I eat in the day in my life, etc., etc. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I love you guys so much, and have an amazing day.
Good morning, guys. I'm gonna be telling y'all the whole story and everything about how I became a teen mom. So obviously I got pregnant with her at 17 years old. So I told the story a while back, but it's pretty far down there, so I'm just gonna retell it for y'all. So I was 17 years old and a senior in high school. I was playing volleyball at the time, and we were actually in playoffs when I found out, which was pretty crazy because I was still playing while pregnant. But we found out on Halloween, which was a surreal night. So basically I didn't have any symptoms or literally anything. I did not think I was pregnant whatsoever, but I was maybe a day or two late, and I was like, let's just go get one, to clear our minds. So we went to go get one. I took it in the Target bathroom of all places. Let's just say it was pretty memorable. So I took the test, obviously it was positive, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I just run out of the bathroom freaking out. My boyfriend starts freaking out and he's like, what's wrong? And I was like, the test is broken. Obviously it's not broken. I was just in denial. So I run out of the bathroom to go get another test. Obviously that test was positive, and me and my boyfriend were just freaking out, didn't know what to do. I think we told each other that we weren't gonna tell our parents, but obviously I couldn't just not keep that from my mom, so I ended up telling my mom. He actually ended up telling his parents that night too. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you.
His parents were super supportive, and obviously like my parents are very supportive, but we didn't actually end up telling my dad until like a couple weeks later because we didn't want him to like completely freak out, which, you know, like he's my dad. Obviously he's gonna be protective of me and his firstborn. We just didn't want him to freak out with everything going on and me obviously still being in volleyball. So yeah, when he did find out, it's not that he was mad, he was just really sad because I guess like losing those years that I could have still been a kid. But obviously like he came around, he absolutely loves her, so yeah. But at the time, I actually had a volleyball scholarship to go play in Colorado, so that was pretty crazy, and trying to talk to them about it, and it was just like a hard situation because they told me that I could still go play, but obviously like I'm having a baby, I'm not gonna just get up and move to Colorado and, you know, take her with me and not have anybody there to help me. Obviously there would be people to help me, but like I just didn't want to leave my family and didn't want to leave her. But yeah. Me and my boyfriend ended up breaking up for, I think, like a few months because we were just, you know, all flustered, crazy. He was 16 at the time when we found out, so he was just like not, and it was just really hard on both of us, so we just decided that we needed that break for a while before we, you okay? Before we came back together and, you know, we're here for her. But now we're amazing and everything's just so good. But yeah, there was that time where we were like apart, but then we came back together. Are you saying hi? That's pretty much my whole story just summed up. If y'all have any questions or anything that y'all want me to talk about, just let me know and I will. Say bye-bye.
Okay, we need to talk about the sheer biology and psychology of denial here. We have stories like Casey and LaToya finding out they were pregnant at 5 months or even 24 weeks. Just imagine being a 14-year-old going to cheer competitions or playing volleyball like the girl in the last clip, having no idea a life is growing inside you. LaToya's story really hit me hard. Going for an ultrasound and realizing you're past the legal limit for abortion in your state. That pivot from I'm a normal teenager to I am becoming a mother in 3 months is a level of psychological whiplash I can't even comprehend. It's not just oops, it's a life-altering event happening when your brain isn't even fully developed yet. It's terrifying because for them, childhood ended the second that second line turned pink. But once the shock wears off and the baby arrives, they have to face something even scarier than the pregnancy itself, the internet.
Read hate comments with me as a 16-year-old that's 31 weeks pregnant. For a little context, hi, my name is Layla, I'm 16 years old, and I found out that I was pregnant at 24 weeks, and my baby girl is due in March. Okay, so I'm gonna go to one of my get dressed with me's. Okay, first one is, I'm guessing that your mom is gonna take care of your baby while you finish school. First of all, I love my mom so much. She's literally amazing. She's of course gonna help me out throughout this entire pregnancy. However, it is not her responsibility to take care of my child. I already have a full plan on what I'm gonna do about school. Another comment that I got is, are we gonna have to pay for this kid too? Obviously, I am trying to make TikTok a full-time job. However, if you don't like my content and you don't want to support me, you can just scroll. And honestly, you commenting on my video is just helping me get paid. Another comment that I got is, doesn't know difference between maternity and paternity says a lot. And the way she talks like it's a normal situation is wild. Way to go, parents. First of all, I was half asleep in that video, so of course I know the difference between a maternity and paternity. Simple mistake, it was 9 a.m. and I was getting ready for my appointment. And I do not think that this is a normal situation at all. However, I'm not gonna look sad and miserable because I got pregnant at 16, because at the end of the day, it's gonna affect my baby. And no matter what, she's my baby girl and I'm gonna take care of her. And yes, I'm gonna be happy about it, sorry. And again, bringing my parents into this is none of your business. Another comment that I got is, get prepared to be a single mom. First of all, if you've even seen any of my videos, me and my boyfriend are still happy and together. And even so, even if I was a quote-unquote single mom, single moms are amazing, and I don't necessarily think that it's a negative thing, so. And just to end this video off, I get lots of comments on every single one of my videos saying, oh, this is sad, oh, I feel bad for her. Yes, this isn't the most ideal situation, however, I am gonna make the best of it. My life is not over, and I'm gonna give the best to my baby girl because I already love her so much. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for supporting me. I love you guys so much, and have an amazing day.
Baby at 16 over 16 years ago, and if you didn't know this, once you have a baby as a teenager, you are a teen mom forever. It does not matter how many teen mom statistics you beat. I beat every single one of them. It doesn't matter if you finish your education. I have 2 degrees. It does not matter how long you've been with your baby daddy. I've been with my husband for over 18 years. I am still met with negative comments and judgment over having a baby at 16 on a very regular basis. We have a younger son also, and we had him at an appropriate age to have children, and anytime I have to meet one of his friends' parents who is about the same age as me, and they ask about my other children, and I have to mention that I don't have younger children, but I have a 16-year-old son, I am immediately met with judgment and negative comments. Ooh, don't you think you should have waited? Yeah, Sharon, I definitely should have waited. I definitely should not have had a baby at 16. But I mean, you waited. We're the same age. You got 3 different kids with 3 different baby daddies. You don't even own your own home, and you got no degree in sight. Are you genuinely the person who should be criticizing me right now? Because it seems like the only achievement you have in life is that you did not have a baby as a teenager, and it's not doing you any favors, okay? So maybe just keep your mouth closed. And then I get on this app and somebody comments on my video and I was like, you look too young to have a 16-year-old. And I say, oh, that's because I am. I had a baby at 16. I'm immediately met with the comments from 20-year-old Taylor in Wisconsin saying, let's not normalize teen pregnancy right now. I am actually just existing. I am not normalizing teen pregnancy because I am not hiding in shame over something that I did 17 years ago. Let's tone it down a little bit, okay?
Get ready with me as a 19-year-old pregnant teen mom of 2 while I respond to some of y'all's crazy ass comments. So starting off strong, different baby daddies. I didn't know y'all lived my life for me. Anyways, no, I have one freaking baby daddy. I've already made a video on this. A rapist is not a baby daddy. Stop fucking assuming, okay? Moving on, this was preventable. Well, no fucking shit. We were actively preventing for 3 years before I got pregnant this 3rd time. Like, next one is we shouldn't be planning pregnancy at a young age. Just because I did it doesn't mean I support or encourage other teenagers or young people doing that, because it is really hard, okay? Nothing about having children is easy. I don't think a lot of teenagers necessarily are at the capacity where they can take care of another human being. I already knew pretty much what to expect because I was already a mother. If you're going from no kids to trying to plan a kid as a teenager, don't do that. The next one is there's no way you can care for 3 kids at 19 without tons of help. And this is just simply untrue. Nobody provides for our kids except us. Their grandparents do grandparent things. They take them on like ice cream dates and they have sleepovers every once in a while and like they spoil them with presents. Like they do grandparent things, okay? Nobody else is providing or taking care of our children for us. The next one is then stop having sex. I'm gonna have sex. I'm married. I'm a married woman. I'm gonna have sex, okay? Like, that's just unfucking realistic. Another thing somebody said is that I'm supposedly addicted to pregnancy. I'm not addicted to being pregnant. That's just ignorant. Another one is stop normalizing teen pregnancy. Oh my gosh, I get that one so much. It's so annoying. I'm not normalizing it. I'm posting my life and you think it's me normalizing it. Like, no. Another one is we need to shame teen moms again. Have y'all looked at my comment section? Another one is as someone who's been trying for years, I have nothing nice to say. I've gotten a couple comments like this, and I'm going to say this loud and clear. Your infertility is not my problem. I'm not going to feel guilty just because you can't have a baby. There, I fucking said it. Of course, I feel for people who can't, like, get pregnant. Like, that must be really fucking hard. Hello. But don't put that shit on other people. The next one is, why is it your whole personality? Girl, we're on TikTok. My account literally revolves around the fact that I'm a mother. So, of course, that's what I'm gonna fucking post about. Like, are we slow? Like, wow. So, another one is abortions exist. I am a very, very pro-choice woman. And it doesn't just mean abortion. It means, you know, if you want to have a baby, have a baby. If you want to do IVF, do that. If you want to have your tubes ligated or removed, do that. Do what's right for you. Like, it's your body, it's your choice. You know what I mean? So seeing people comment under my posts, abortion exists, honestly kind of irritates me, because that means you're pro-choice. You're just not pro-mothers. Like, I get that I'm young. We've established that. But, like, you cannot go on the internet claiming you're pro-choice and then put abortion exists under mothers' posts. That's all for today. I will see y'all bitches in my comment section.
You see the comments these girls get? It is brutal. We have Isla and the mom in the car essentially fighting a war in their comment sections. People saying, "Are we paying for this kid?" Or, "You look too young." And then you have the older mom looking back 17 years later, realizing the stigma never actually leaves. She's got 2 degrees, a long-term marriage, and people still treat her like a statistic. It's a lose-lose situation. If they look sad, people say they regret it. If they look happy, like the girl in the first clip, people accuse them of normalizing teen pregnancy. The aggression in video 11, where she's cursing out the haters, that's not just anger. That is a defense mechanism. That is a teenager trying to build a wall around her family because the world is constantly trying to tear it down. And speaking of tearing things down, nothing humbles you faster than realizing you have absolutely no money to support this new life.
Get ready with me as a 15-year-old mom to an 11-month-old baby boy saving up for his very first birthday. If you don't know me, hi, my name's Alora. My baby boy's name is Micah. His first birthday is November 2nd. It's coming up so very soon. If you want to help, stay for a whole minute long. One whole minute, just one. Also, if you want to help, stay for a whole minute long. Comment, like, and share the video, or repost it. Click every single button you can. So where I live, there's only one place that will hire my age, but I stay at home to watch my son, not only because I don't want to put him in daycare, but because I can't work either. So I try to make money off of TikTok to help me out in the long run, like for his birthday. And I'm also trying to save to move out, but my main priority is saving up for his birthday. If y'all are new here and just want to check out my page to see if this is something you would enjoy watching, please do that, because I absolutely love when y'all comment. I love interacting with y'all. I'm in online school, so I don't socialize a whole bunch, and y'all commenting is a way for me to communicate with my followers and friends on here. Thank you guys so much for 62,000. I absolutely appreciate every single one of you guys, and I think of you guys as my friends. I don't have a lot of friends. After I had my son, I lost a lot of them, but people only talk to me when they just want something from me. But I feel like all of you guys behind the screen are my best friends. Like, I like talking to y'all every day. That's why I love when y'all comment. That's why I just love y'all guys. He's asleep right now, but I had him a week before my 15th birthday, so I had him when I was 14. But so every year his birthday is going to be a week before mine. I turned 16 this year. I turned 16 this year, and he turns a whole year old. Please, somebody make the time go slower, or rewind the clock. Rewind it, please. I haven't made any money for my last video. I was getting ready in, but the video before that I made $4 whole, well, almost $4. And thank you guys so much for trying to interact with the video and help boost it. My baby boy's basically walking. He takes several steps at a time, and he goes, I need to start adding less highlighter. And all day yesterday I was like, show them you walking, because my family members were here for my sister's birthday. And then he's like, plops on the ground. Like, show them, Micah, show them, stop lying to them. So y'all know how they do like the first rodeo and stuff? I want to do like the first wave, unless you guys have different ideas for the first. And it's ocean themed. It's gonna be ocean themed, so there's gonna be a lot of blue, there's gonna be a lot of ocean animals, and there's gonna be Hawaiian things. But what would be a good idea for that? Guys, his birthday is exactly 2 days after Halloween, so if you think Halloween's close, I think my son's birthday's closer. Even though it's not, but still, it feels close. It feels too close. He's such a smart baby. Like, I don't know, he's never been not active. He's been the most active baby I know, honestly. And it adds so much personality to him because how active he is. Like, he's pretty advanced, honestly. But he seems to have more emotions because, you know how some babies are nonchalant? He's not. You are his dad and you're not a scientist. Oh wait, this is the coffee my boyfriend made me. I don't really feel like doing lip liner, so I'm just gonna do a lip oil. Let's see. I've got castor oil. Am I missing a step? Maybe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Also, if you're new here, just look at my content. Just look at what I post. Just please. I'm still in my moo-moo. Bye, guys.
Get ready with me as a 17-year-old teen mom to a 6-month-old baby girl that is trying to save up for my baby's Christmas. You're probably like, Kaden, what do you mean save up? I mean, if you guys stay here for a minute long and only a minute, and you like the video and you can like comment, repost, all of that, that will help me and my fiance give my baby the best Christmas ever. No, I'm not asking you for your money. I'm just asking you to stay so it will count as a qualified view, which counts as TikTok, and I will earn money for that for my baby's Christmas. And yes, my fiance has a job. He works 8-hour shifts 5 days a week, and yet we still don't make enough money, and I can't go out and work because I have to stay home with my baby. And if you guys decide to stay, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all the support, all my followers, all my friends. You guys literally mean the world to me, and I wouldn't have gotten this far without you guys. I hope you guys know that. You guys are the main reason why I'm almost to 14K, and I want to do a celebrating thing for 15K because you guys deserve it, and I just love you guys so much. Do you guys want to hear my baby's milestones? First off, she is now sitting up on her own at 6 months old. She's only 6 months old and she's sitting up on her own. She can stand up on her own if she's holding on something. We have to obviously make sure she doesn't fall, but she's like super advanced and like she talks a lot and she's just so adorable, and she has these little bouncer things that like she absolutely loves, and she's just so cute, so cute. Oh, and yes, we are at a different angle again today because the angle that I had it at, it kept falling, and I was like, I don't want to deal with it anymore. So you guys are going to be here probably for a while until I change it up again because I get bored and I change up my angles. So yeah. Guys, I broke my fingernail. I literally last night was trying to brush my teeth and I opened the toothpaste and it fell off. So guess who's getting another set? Me. Except for not for a while because I'm broke. I'm really broke. We have a little guest. Say hi. She's so cute. Anyways, we are going to Disney, which I am so excited about, and we're gonna probably do a vlog on the Disney trip we're going to. We literally do not live that far from Disney. So you guys should watch it. You guys should be here right now. You guys should still be watching because I'm here. Oh my gosh. Whee! Bonk. So let's put on some makeup. You want some? Here you go. Oh, so pretty. Okay, so we're gonna do an OOTD of the day. Mama's wearing Lululemon. And then we're wearing a cute little pumpkin sweater that is from TikTok shop, and you guys should go check it out. So I'll make another video on that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a lovely day. Bye.
Get ready with me for school as a 17-year-old teen mom whose boyfriend just lost his job today. His job was our main source of income. I do have TikTok on the side, but they only pay me once a month and not very much. And Christmas is in 24 days. Perfect timing. Literally perfect timing. Today is my last day of high school, and quite frankly, I do not want to go because of the news that I woke up to this morning. I honestly have no idea what we're gonna do. Finding another job does not just take like
a few hours or a few days. It's definitely a process. The money that I make from this video won't be paid until January 15th, so I can't even use money from this video for Christmas. Anyways, this whole situation is just very stressful, obviously. So, I don't know. I don't know why I'm making this video. I always make get ready with me for school, and this is what's going on, so this is what I'm talking about. It is very upsetting that we won't be able to give Logan a great Christmas this year. He doesn't understand, but he understands toys and playing with toys. He likes toys. He likes to rip things open. So I was very excited for that. He still will get presents from other family members, obviously, and if my boyfriend can find a job within the next week, then he'll get some from us too, but other than that, I don't really know. I have to leave for school in the next 15 minutes. My boyfriend is downstairs getting Logan ready since he's home. Not really a good thing, but that's all.
This is where things get really dystopian for me. We are watching teenagers, like Alora and Cayenne, literally begging the algorithm for financial support. Please watch for 1 minute so it counts as a qualified view. They are monetizing their struggle because traditional jobs often aren't an option when you can't afford daycare. It's heartbreaking to hear a 17-year-old stressed about Christmas gifts because her boyfriend lost his job. But we also have to keep it real. There's a disconnect in video 9, right? Asking for engagement to pay for Christmas while also planning a Disney trip? That's where the maturity gap shows. They are dealing with adult problems, rent, bills, babies, but they still have the desires of teenagers. They want the magic, they want the fun, but they are trapped in a cycle where they have to sell their privacy just to buy diapers. So they're hustling online, but what does their actual life look like when the camera isn't asking for money?
I got pregnant at 14 and 16. I'm now 18 and I have 2 kids. I have a 2.5-year-old and I have a 5-month-old. Let's talk about being a teen mom and a lot of questions I get asked a lot. First question being, how do we afford to live on our own? If you don't know, this is our second place. We had an apartment and now we live in a house. I moved out at 15 years old and my boyfriend was 17. We are 2 years apart and we're going on 3 years of living together. And my boyfriend takes care of everything financially. He's a blue-collar man. He does construction, landscaping, and fencing. I am a stay-at-home mom. I do go to college because I did graduate high school a 1.5 years early. Another question being, did I plan my pregnancies? And that is a no. I always say I do not support teen pregnancy, but I will support teen parents, and that is completely how I feel about it. I do not think that you should get out of your way at 14, 15, 16, whatever age you are, to go and get pregnant and have kids. Because it is hard. I got lucky with my situation. I'm more fortunate than others. Not everybody is in the situation I'm in. So I do not believe that people should go out and get pregnant just to have kids. But I did not plan either of my pregnancies. And I got pregnant with my daughter is because I had such a hard time finding birth control that worked for me. So right now I'm on the IUD and it's going pretty well. There is some things that I'm not 100% gonna like, but I feel like that's just how it works with birth control. I don't think you're 100% ever gonna feel completely well with it, I should say. But it is working, so I'm going to keep it as long as I need to. Big question, how did we move out at 15 and 17? First, we saved our money, and then we found a private renter, I think through Facebook. Yeah, we found a private renter through Facebook, and he wanted first, last, and security, which was just fine. We saved up the money for it. We were able to pay him, and with both of our parents' consent, we were able to move in, and we paid $1,300 in rent every month. And at that time, we were receiving food stamps. Now my boyfriend makes too much, so we do not receive food stamps anymore, which is pretty unfortunate because that would be a very big help. Do I have support as a teen mom? Besides my big following on TikTok of my 80,000 wonderful followers, you guys are the biggest support to me. I do have a lot of support from both sides of our families, from my mom, from Zach, of course. We honestly have a whole army of people that support us. Obviously, there's many people who do not agree with our situation. Nobody really thought that we should have 2 kids, especially at our age. But we made our decision, and that was completely on us. And now they support us, obviously, because that was the decision that was made. And my kids are very loved. That is all I'm going to be answering for today. If you guys have any more questions, make sure you let me know in the comments, and I will try to get back to you with either a reply or a video. But thank you for talking with me. I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Come make dinner with me as a teen mom. Tonight we're having chicken cutlets and cilantro lime rice. I'm 17 and I have 2 kids and I live on my own. And I've been living alone since 15 years old. Yes, I moved away at 15 years old, but for the past 2 years, I've been making dinner almost every night. So I am very used to it by now. Anyways, tonight I got a big pack of chicken from the grocery store, so I had to separate that into different freezer bags because I wasn't going to use all of it. And then when I bread my chicken, I do flour, egg, and then into the breadcrumbs. I also started my rice while I went ahead and coated my chicken. I cut a couple thin cutlets out of the chicken breast. I like them pretty thin. That's just my preference. I tried the rice and it was almost done, so I knew it was almost time to start my chicken. And at low medium heat, I went ahead and fried my chicken cutlets, and they were deliciously golden brown. I feel like with dinner ideas, we are a very repetitive family and we have a lot of the same meals every week, which I feel is a big reason we tend to eat out more than we probably should. So if you have any ideas or meals that your family loves, go ahead, leave them in the comments because I need some more ideas. I went ahead, added the lime and cilantro into my rice, and dinner was done. My plate and my son's plate. Bye.
Clean with me as a 15-year-old mom who still lives with my mom. The trash is overflow because people don't care to take anything out unless they are begged and plead to do it. So everything started falling out and I was struggling big time. If you could see behind me, that's leftover food that I made the other day that nobody cared to put up besides my mom. I went to the back and I was surprised the trash cans were even back there. I saw this trick one time where you just go like that. I did it a little wrong, but it still worked anyways. I checked in the dishwasher and to not my surprise, it's the same thing I put in there 2 days ago. And people were just taking what they wanted out of it instead of putting it up. Anyways, I put that up and now I am loading the dishwasher. Apparently it's super hard to see that the sink is overflowing. You need to put stuff in the dishwasher. Here's what the counter looks like from 2 days. 2 days. Nobody can throw their leftovers out. Super hard on them. Like, just a flip. Or if we beg and plead them to load the dishwasher, they halfway do it. Anyways, I put the pot in and then just put it on heavy like I always do. I was trying to do all this while my son was asleep and not wake him up. And here's the same fridge I cleaned a few days ago, just stacked up with stuff because they don't feel like putting things up right. If you don't know me, my name is Laura. I'm a 15-year-old mom to a 10-month-old baby boy named Micah. Like I said, I still live at home. I'm still with his father. He also lives here to help parent because that's his kid. I love these car wipes. They do the job so good. I have a 2-year-old little sister, a 14-year-old brother, and a 17-year-old brother who all live here. And my 11-year-old brother comes here on the weekends. My 20-year-old sister has already moved out of the house, and she's expecting a baby soon. This was from breakfast this morning. I just put some cereal in there, some blueberries. Of course, he decided to feed the seat, because why wouldn't he? It just makes the most sense. I'm wiping it down with the car wipe because, like I said, I love those. My mom is a single mom to 6 kids, so she has a lot on her hands 24/7. She works early in the morning all the way to pretty late in the afternoon. So I try to help by cleaning up the house as much as I can since other people do not like helping. But she basically spends her whole weekends cleaning up after everybody what I can't get. I am in the Creator Rewards program and I am saving up to move into my own place. If you would like to help me by commenting, liking, sharing, reposting, I would love that. If not, that's fine too. Somebody asked for a cleaning video, so this is the cleaning video. I'm restocking his diapers because that's the easiest way to do it. Just pull it out of the drawer. If y'all would like to see more of these videos, just let me know. Or if y'all have any content ideas, let me know. If you're going to comment and be negative, just know your comment changes absolutely nothing. My life is going to stay the same. My baby's not going to disappear. We're all going to be here tomorrow. Somebody bought this dresser off my Amazon wishlist and I love it. And they bought this vanity too. My son likes pulling the drawers out, so here I am putting them back because it makes sense to pull them out. This is all I'm doing for right now. I might clean my room tomorrow or later today. Bye-bye.
Get ready with me as an 18-year-old teen mom trying to use TikTok to support her baby girl. She's a week and 2 days now. So the more you interact with this video, the more it will boost it to get my account spread to others. And also I get paid from the Creator Rewards program, so anything will help. I gave her a bath this morning because she was non-stop blowing up her diaper. I think she's got a little tummy issue going on. If there's any moms out there, I need to know, is it possible to overfeed a baby? Because I feel like I'm constantly feeding her. She's constantly having blowouts, spitting up, and I feel like her stomach's just upset. But the only thing that calms her is eating, so I'm not sure what to do. But postpartum has been great to me. Newborn trenches aren't too bad. I mean, I wish I could get a full night's of sleep, but obviously it doesn't happen with a newborn. Today, we might go to the mall. Oh, the little scrunches. We've gone out a couple times, and literally the whole time she's sleeping. I always plan it right when her nap time is, so that way the whole time we're out she's just sleeping. I don't know what it is, I get so stressed about going out with her. She only cries if she's hungry or her diaper's full, so I shouldn't have to worry about like going out in public with her. But what's so hard is like feeding her in public. Like, what am I supposed to do if she's hungry at the mall? Like, I'm not going to the bathroom to feed her. Like, I feel like it just stresses me out so much. But I have to remember, like, it's normal for babies to cry. Like, I'm so terrified of her crying in public, but it happens. Moms give me all the tips for going out in public with a newborn because I just like stress out about it, and I don't know why. There was one time we went out and she started crying because she was hungry, but it was right when we were checking out at the store. I say we because it was me and my mom and her. And she started crying, so I fed her in the car, but like I just get so like overstimulated and nervous. I want to get like a portable milk warmer so that way like if we ever go out to dinner or something and she's awake, I can warm my milk there and give it to her in a bottle. But I also am still learning like how long milk can be out and stuff. I've got it down in like the fridge. It's like 4 days in the fridge, 4 hours out of the fridge. But like if I were to put it in the bottle and go out, like I think it's, I don't know, I've seen 2 to 3 and I've also seen 4, so it's just so hard to learn all that stuff. So if you guys know any tips or tricks of feeding your baby in public, because I'm just still so nervous to breastfeed like in front of people, not in front of people but like under something, you know, it's still just like awkward to me. But I'm sure eventually when my baby's screaming I'm not gonna care. I don't know, it's scary going out, but like I want to because I've been trapped in the house. My boyfriend went back to work, so I've just been lonely. Well, not lonely, it's just nice to get out and feel normal. I also really want Dutch. That sounds really good. Literally one of my biggest pregnancy cravings was a Dutch Rose Rebel. Like I craved a Dutch Rose Rebel so bad. I think I had like 2 my pregnancy. I was just so scared because I heard you're not supposed to have Rebels. Some people do, some people don't, but I also like looked it up and it said not to, so I don't know. I literally had like 2 when I was pregnant with you, and I've had 1 since I've given birth, and it sounds so good. Are you smiling or crying? I can't tell. You smiling. She's got little dimples and it's the cutest thing ever, and I have a little one, but other than that, she definitely has my butt chin, but I don't know where she got the dimples. She got the double chin from me. But life has definitely been stressful with a newborn. My goodness. It's also amazing. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I just feel like I get very overstimulated, and I'm such a go person. I hate just sitting down. Like, I have to just sit down, chill with her, feed her, change her, and I just want to be on the move 24/7 doing something. So this morning, while she was napping, I cleaned and did what I could, but that's all I'm doing today because it's hard one-handed.
This is the reality check. You have a 15-year-old in video 6 moving out to live with a boyfriend. You have a 17-year-old cooking dinner for 2 kids. And then you have the girl in video 15 cleaning up a kitchen destroyed by her family while her baby sleeps. That clip broke me a little. She's parenting her child, but she's also parenting her parents and siblings by cleaning up their mess. It's forced adulthood in the most literal sense. And then you see the anxiety in video 4, scared to feed her baby in public at the mall. That's not just mom anxiety. That is a teenager terrified of being judged for existing in a space that wasn't designed for her. They are playing house, but the stakes are real, and the safety net is often non-existent. When we step back and look at this mosaic of stories, from the 14-year-old stunned by a positive test to the 18-year-old explaining how she pays rent, we aren't just watching TikTok trends. We are witnessing a profound societal shift being documented in real time. What struck me most throughout these clips is the concept of accelerated time. Remember the girl at the beginning who went from playing high school volleyball to facing a restricted abortion timeline within a single doctor's visit? Or the young mom in the kitchen, furiously scrubbing dried food off the counter while her own mother slept? These moments highlight a cruel trade-off. In order to survive as a teen parent, you must murder your own childhood. There is a deep, uncomfortable irony in how we consume this content. We, the audience, often sit in a position of judgment. We criticize their choices, their Disney trips when they're broke, or their defensive attitudes. Yet, by engaging with their content, even just to leave a hate comment, we become their employers. As we saw with the mothers explicitly asking us to watch for 1 minute, their survival is now tethered to our attention. The digital economy has created a safety net that society failed to provide, but it comes at the cost of their privacy and dignity. They are trading their youth not just for their children, but for the algorithm. Furthermore, these videos challenge our black and white thinking about maturity. We see contradictions everywhere. We see a girl mature enough to manage a household budget and cook dinner for a family, yet she might still lack the foresight regarding long-term financial planning or emotional regulation. And why shouldn't she? Biologically, her frontal lobe isn't finished developing. We are demanding the wisdom of a 30-year-old from someone who, in another timeline, would be worrying about a prom dress. The normalization argument is another layer we need to dissect. Are they normalizing teen pregnancy, or are they simply refusing to hide in shame? The woman who reflected on her experience 17 years later proved that the scarlet letter doesn't fade. So if the world is going to judge you anyway, you might as well control the narrative and make a few dollars from the creator fund while you're at it. It is a cynical, desperate form of empowerment, but it is empowerment nonetheless. Ultimately, these videos serve as a mirror. If looking at a struggling 16-year-old mom makes us angry at her, we are missing the point. We should be looking at the systems, sex education, healthcare access, economic disparity that landed her there. And we should recognize the immense, terrifying resilience it takes to raise a human being when you haven't even finished growing into one yourself. The kids are not all right, but they are trying their absolute best to survive in a world that is waiting for them to fail.